Okay, guys, so you've brought your new Sanitaire commercial vacuum cleaner. You're ready to go. You're vacuuming every night, keeping your carpet clean. The first thing we must do is teach our personnel how to properly take care of this tool. Respect the equipment. First thing, teach them how to empty this after each use. This is a dirt cup. So you're going to slightly push up on the red tab to release that. Slightly push up, push down on the little red tab. Release. The cup will come back. You pick it up. Empty. It has a line on here that says full, even in different languages. Once it's full, you empty it. Then you teach them to replace it like so. Okay? And it slides back in. Put the cup down, snap the tabs back down, and you know you're in the right spot when you see the little red tabs. Now, the biggest issue with these, once we teach them to empty, is make sure that once a month, you need to have someone go through this process of cleaning out this. I'll turn it to the side where you can see. There's a tab here, a clip here, rotate it back. Rotate this one back. That's going to expose, right here, the brush. You need to make sure you change these brushes anywhere from 6 to 8 months. They give you an extra band on here. These could pop at any time. Usually when the motor is having too much restriction, too much dirt, it will pop or just get old and worn. You can purchase a package of these usually somewhere commercially or through our supplier. Now also, the cleaning part of this is to remove this plastic cup. You can take off the roller simply by pulling it out. It's lined up on the snaps here, and it's a little bit, because this is new, it's not going to easily come out, but it's lined up and you pull it out. Take out the roller brush, again, replace every 6 to 8 months. When these brushes wear down, it's ineffective. So you're not going to get good carpet cleaning. So ensure you replace those. Now, you simply take a screwdriver here and remove these 2 bolts. Okay? Ensure that you have a new screwdriver, as they are very tight when they're brand new. But this is your monthly maintenance that's required on these machines. Why? We're in the restaurants, and in the restaurant, the floors get wet. And sometimes people will vacuum on wet floors. When they do that, this here gets all caked up, and it's no longer nice and clear. It becomes brown. Okay? So you can remove it right here. Ensure those tabs are up, wheels are down. Remove this tab. Ensure that this rubber stays intact. It's a little rubber gasket that goes on there. You can take this, clean it out real good. If you have to, use a damp towel to get it clean. But as you vacuum, or your team member vacuum over a wet spot, the dust will collect on here and become caked up. This puts restriction on the airflow and causes the motor to seize up. Once you clean it, again, this is a monthly thing you need to do. You're going to slide that back in there. Ensure the wheels are there. Okay, where you can move the tabs back. And then you will put it back into its slot. These little tabs will fall in the way all the time, but they'll come back. You seat it. Make sure it's seated on there. Make sure the gasket is in place to where you're going to get these screws back in there. Do not cross thread the screws. Do not over tighten the screws. Again, you're going to line it up, tighten up those 2 screws. Once it's clean, now if you fail, again, if you fail to adequately clean this and it gets gummed up and dirty, it's going to restrict your motor, and your now $200 vacuum is going to be lost to you. Put this back on there, ensure the O-ring goes in there, put it back on there, and ensure these tabs are straight. Make sure it's lined up. It's going to be restricted. All of this is new right now. So you make sure it's completely lined up to where you're going to fit it in there. You got to make sure this tabs on the bottom are seated properly, okay? And once they are seated, you slide this back in. You're good to go. This here, you're gonna put the cover back on it. Again, tilt it forward. Pull it on top, those little tabs. Pull it over to make sure the tabs are in the grooves. We'll get that one in there. Once they're in there, pull it back. Then these clips, clip right back on top. Okay, so it's highly suggested that when you do this, make sure that you work with your team member and don't let it try to do them by themselves, okay? So you're gonna take these tabs, slide it back over. And the same way with this one here. Again, when things are very new, they're a little tougher, but slides in, locks into place. This is the part you have to watch to make sure it stays clear. Once this gets clogged up with water, dirt, which turns to mud, it dries, it gets caked up. The airflow is restricted, the vacuum cleaner is not picking up. And then you say the vacuum is broke. You got to teach your team member to come and tell you that. If you do this on a monthly basis, it takes about 10 minutes, you will save your vacuum cleaner and keep your carpets clean. That's the goal. Respect the tool. Hope this video helps you do that. Thank you.